Our goal is to build a broad base of knowledge that makes it possible for a professional artist to survive in a very difficult industry. You learn by doing, and you learn by getting your hands dirty. So you don't have to wait until you get to the end of your education. You will walk in the door your freshman year and be given an assignment that is critical to the success of every production that we put on stage.
We have a full, well-rounded study here at UL Lafayette, so I'm not just immersed in performing theater. Technical theater, so we do lighting design, costume tech.
Everyone has to do everything. Our performers have to come in and they work on painting sets, they learn how to build costumes, so they gain a real appreciation for all of the nuts and bolts that really go into the art that we do.
Our goal is to create as diverse an experience for our students as possible so that when they are given the opportunity to work professionally, they're not afraid of anything.
We have a great sense of ensemble. We spend so much time together here that it's difficult for us not to have a close relationship with our peers.
Just spending that amount of time with everybody, you build up that sense of ensemble where you just can trust people. You create a safe space to fail and to experiment and do new things, and it really lets you grow as an artist in a unique way, I think, to have those walls of trust built up.
You're going to learn so much that you might not be able to learn at a larger university. You'll have more opportunities to perform here. You'll have more opportunities to design, to create.
I worked on multiple operas. I worked on multiple summer productions. I've worked with practically every theater company in Lafayette at different venues downtown, uptown, in different cities, New Iberia. I've worked in New Orleans. I've worked in Crawley. I've worked in Abbeville. It's just the opportunities are so vast.
Where'd you get this?
Oh my God, is that money in there? Where did you get that?
These are the proceeds from my unhappy childhood.
Man, the guy kicks you out so you steal $15,000 from him? Because when your father finds out that you're here and you spent that money on drugs, he's gonna forgive you and kill me!
Well, Dad,
I was planning on returning it!
The playwright is Kenneth Lonergan. He's written a great deal for film, television, and theatrical works.
Can't sell $2,700 worth of blow by tomorrow morning!
From the beginning, Kenneth Lonergan grabs you. Didn't you have a sister who died?
it's not really my favorite topic.
I'm sorry.
It's about the time in life between high school and college years where you're kind of figuring out who you are as you move into adulthood.
Didn't you go to school somewhere or something?
Briefly. It just wasn't happening.
It's really exciting for our students to be part of something that is about their age range, things that they're experiencing in life, and was recently on Broadway with A-list actors.
They're gonna walk in and I'm gonna be really embarrassed.
Oh, yeah, me too. This Is Our Youth is a coming-of-age story between three characters.
Like you're so independent. Yeah, my parents pay for this apartment. They don't throw me out of it. Because they're so grateful I don't want to live with them.
The characters are going through a life experience that's very similar to our university community. My approach to directing is that from pretty much an actor's perspective. We read the play a lot, we talked about the time period a great deal, we created character biographies and shared that work. We did a lot of improv work around the scenarios of their characters that may relate to some of their real life circumstances.
I drew a lot of inspiration from my own personal past. I found my way to navigate through those same problems.
I believe that's successful for the actor to find a connection or a way to relate to the circumstance that the characters are going through.
Hello? Well, Dad, the jig is up.
I think the hardest part was to constantly remind myself, why do these characters feel this way? What is compelling them to do this? What are the outside circumstances?
She really pushed us to really discover who these people are.
This process specifically was very collaborative for myself and the actors.
She gets us to find out so much information about these characters and really understand their motivations.
We did a lot of exercises to help deepen their own work. There are a tremendous amount of opportunities available for students in the performing arts here at UL Lafayette.
Being able to come and study costuming and scenic and props and being able to just be crafty. I've learned so much in the past 2.5 years that I've been here. I couldn't ask for better professors and teachers.
They are top-notch.
We were given the opportunity to really learn every aspect of theater.
Once you leave, you really have a full understanding of how producing a production works from concept all the way to completion.
I'm an alumni, and now I work professionally as a stage manager at the Tony Award-winning Dallas Theater Center.
I love that if I want to help out with the show, that there's something else that I can learn, new people that I can work with.
I've been prepared in every single way possible.
This place is like a second home to me.
You will learn your specific skill set, but you will also learn other skills that can help you be employable as soon as you graduate or before then.
Here.
Don't if you don't want to.
I really want to. I'm here to do my best to make it better for the generations that come after me. And I hope I leave my mark here in a positive way.
Hello, my name is Edouard Farrell. I was the cutter draper on University of Louisiana Lafayette's production of The House That Will Not Stand by Marcus Gardley. I've already had so many experiences running shows and making costumes for shows that at bigger universities, where there's a lot more competition for those roles, I find that I get to try more things in a shorter amount of time. In just my year and a half of being in the department, I've worked on, I think, about 10 productions, whether it's opera or dance or the main stage theater shows, as well as capstones. And it's just a really varied experience in different roles, and kind of gives me ideas of what I'd be interested in working on in the future.
Then grant me that everything I touch turns to solid gold.
Aphrodite seized her with a passion for her father.
Take me with you at least, and we'll meet the storms together.
If you die, my life is over.
Take it away! Take it away! You must not turn around to look at her.
Alcyone! My treasure! Alcyone! My body may wash ashore, where she may with gentle hands prepare it to be buried.
Metamorphoses is a collection of poems by the Roman poet Ovid, all of which are bound together by the way in which they deal with transformation.
We really analyze the script a lot about who is this person, what are they doing, where are they coming from. Carl and I sat there for 9 hours where we just went through all of the characters. We collaboratively built this world together.
It's incredible to see all of their ideas come together to create something beautiful.
When you take ancient, archetypical, beautiful stories about defining experiences, and then you plunge them into water, you can just create gorgeous things. We have here an elemental power. We have a stage filled with water, and the ways in which you can tell stories are so unique.
You have to be aware of splashing, you have to be aware of making too much noise to where the audience can't hear your lines.
We wanted a pool that had some depth to it. This pool goes to 32 inches deep. It takes roughly 4 hours to heat that 3,500 gallons of water to a comfortable level for the actors. Well, it reflects light, so whatever the angles and the directions are that you choose, it's going to bounce that somewhere else.
We couldn't block anything till we got to the water. Until you add that element, you don't really know what you're dealing with.
We originally started out with table reading. Carl will stop us and ask us, who is this character? What do they want? How do they get it?
He's very patient. He pushed me to a limit I didn't think that I could go with the character.
Carl allows us to make our own decisions as actors. He doesn't sit in the audience and say, at this point I want you to move here, at this point I want you to feel this. He lets it happen on its own naturally, and it creates a much more natural response to things.
Once you put bodies in water, all kinds of things change. It has been a remarkable opportunity for our students to collaborate with someone like Joe Stewart, a nationally renowned scenic designer. To have him here as a resource is really an unparalleled opportunity.
We spent last semester working through scenic design with all of the students, sharing ideas, doing research. They've had a full exposure to almost every level of stagecraft.
There's an entire production happening on the other side of the curtain that is as complicated and as beautiful as anything that's happening out here. In addition to all of that they were doing to bring all of these characters to life, they were leaving rehearsal and going right to the shop. They literally walk off stage in character and then immediately go to a job.
We have over 68 costumes in the show with this particular script because it is so back and forth. You can sell it if you make it all cohesive. We usually look at costume design as well as costume construction and overall general theater production.
Now I know how to do headpieces. It brings out a creative side to me that I didn't know I had.
Studying at the University of Louisiana Lafayette provides incredible opportunities.
Once you get here, they teach you valuable things.
Students are able to take what they learn and directly apply it.
By the time they're a junior and senior, they should be able to operate the theater.
You can walk in the door and be vested with responsibilities and have the opportunity to learn from day one so that you can walk out the door at the end of 4 years ready to go to work.
This is one of the most professional atmospheres I've ever worked in. It's an awesome feeling to have such a grand group of people working together for one cause.
We were able to really find a lot of the students' passions because they were able to do so many variety.
I met the people, I saw how engaging everyone was. You build bonds with these teachers that last forever. I'll be able to come back and still feel like this is home.
Our hope is that audiences are moved, are given opportunities to reflect on their own experiences, on the way in which change impacts their life. It ends on a very hopeful note.
Walk as far as the ends of the earth. Look for a pool which reflects the stars at night. Wash your hands in it, and there is a chance that everything will be restored.
It's uplifting. It points us towards possibility, and it points us towards joy.
Hi, my name is Teresa Rudisell. I am a senior theater major at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette, concentrating in acting. I am the president of Alpha Psi Omega, which is the National Theater Honor Society. And recently I have worked front of house for House That Will Not Stand, assistant stage manager for This Is Our Youth, and stage manager for Completeness. I went into biology thinking I was going to be a doctor and realized I couldn't do math. So I went back to my childhood passion, which was theater, and I talked to a friend that was originally in the major, and he told me about it, and I kind of just fell in love with the idea of it. So I had fun in all of my classes, and we really started to get a sense of family that I felt like I was lacking with my other major. I was so much happier here, and I just felt that it was right where I needed to be, and that it was going to be a great thing for my future. So after graduation, I plan on moving to New York City. My plan is to work at a theater, hopefully as a technician, and audition whenever I'm not working there to get as many roles as I can. And UL has such a sense of family, and not just with the students, but with the faculty as well. I could easily go to any faculty member and ask for help, and I know that I'm going to receive it. And I always have my classmates to look to for support. So anytime that we're in a vulnerable piece and we're just scared to open up that way, we know that we have a support system that's there to help us get through that rough patch and to pull us back out. And I think that's what really makes UL different, is the family aspect.
Completeness asks us to consider the reality that love will never be an exact science.
I don't have to tell you.
Right, you want me to just guess?
No, I want you to just know.
I love Completeness because of the way that Moses has written the language. He finds a way to lead us through a play, both by the heart and by the head at the same time.
After we're done, I'll keep you up with long, boring stories about my family because physical intimacy will have created the illusion of emotional.
My name is Elise DeGrees, and I'm playing the role of Lauren.
What did I do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong. I must have done something. I must have done something wrong. Tell me what I did wrong!
She's very comedic and almost farcical, but at the same time, you see the gravity and the reality that the pain she experiences, it's serious. Creating a multi-dimensional character was a hard challenge, but a fun challenge.
It was important for us to walk that journey with each other to figure out as a cast who these people in this world were.
Okay, I'm on the street in front of your place right now. Not in a creepy way!
The characters are really charming and clever and unexpected.
You're right. I know. I made a derivation error.
It was a fantastic show to be a part of and a great learning experience.
Carl Granieri lets us find where these characters might be going. He doesn't constrict us in any way.
Watching from beginning to end of the process, I learned so much, not just as a stage manager, but as an actor too.
I start to get this feeling, this persistent feeling of nagging discomfort.
The director's job is to guide actors through a process, push them when they need to be pushed, ultimately to create conditions that allow them to make discoveries, to delve into the character rather than to be told what to do. Completeness turned out to be a really technically demanding show. We wanted a world that felt like you were inside the compressed digital space of a computer. We are so excited to have Joe Stewart back with us again. Joe is an amazing Emmy award-winning scenic designer. This is his third design for us.
It was such a pleasure to work with Joe Stewart. He was involved the entire time. It's enriching to our educational environment to be able to work with professionals of such a high caliber.
While the set and the costumes on the show were designed by faculty and by guest artists, everything else you see was designed and achieved by our students.
Luckily, I get to learn about lighting, costuming, scenic design.
Because we have projections with illuminated floors, intensive sound design and lighting design, it was incredibly important that our students collaborate from an early stage of the process all the way to the very end.
I love the department. It's like a family here.
From the moment you walk in the door at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette, you will be tasked with jobs that are essential to producing our productions.
All of the professors are here to help.
We're focusing on students being the designers and students being the technicians. Make sure that they have those opportunities so that they can build their portfolios and resumes so that they're ready for the job market.
You can see the growth and progress that everybody makes every semester and every show.
I walked in and I saw Burke's stage and I was blown away. It clicked. This is where I'm meant to be.
The track record of our students after graduation demonstrates that this close-knit, individualized approach leads to the best possible results. Give us 4 years of your time, your dedication, heart, and energy, and we will give you a life in the theater.